welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Hello readers, thanks for listening to the strange little show. As always, I beseech you to rate and review us on your podcast app of choice. We love hearing from you on social media, and we love hearing from you via email at hello@billowinghilltop.com. That's it, we've got a lot to get through. No other news or information. Let us push on with episode 194 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Where is everybody? We got no... good evening, everybody. We've got no Lucas. He's
on a jet plane.
Yeah, doing something spider-related.
Researching spider facts.
Buying 4 pairs of socks. Yeah, spider facts. That's what he's doing. Should we do... We've got some emails.
Yeah, let's do some emails.
Yes.
Paul's sack is positively...
Bulging.
Creaking.
Stretched to its limit.
Internal pressure, yes. All of the folds and wrinkles have been stretched out so that we're now looking at
Have you seen
plump, smooth.
It's like a the whale when its jaw opens when it's eating that great ball of fish. You know, the jaw, the underneath of the whale's
No,
mouth.
nobody knows what you're talking about, Paul.
Same stuff as always.
Food.
Nonsense.
It's always back to food.
Nonsense with a capital B.
Somebody take the tongs and let us pluck forth. We've had an email from Paul's favourite person, Andrew, but I am going to park that one for a bit because I think we should keep the mood positive. We've had an inquiry about merch.
Oh, yeah.
We have, hello Hilltoppers. This is from Helen. Hello, Helen. Just wanted to drop a line to say how much I'm enjoying the podcast. Thank you, Helen. I've shared it with all my D&D nerd friends and they are enjoying it. Also, that explains the 8 people that listen. Much discussion in our D&D group about your D&D group. Oh, okay. I saw on social media that you have some merch, brackets t-shirt, but I haven't so far found a way to get my hands on it. Would love to purchase a Billowing Hilltop t-shirt to add to my extensive t-shirt collection. Please let me know if they will be available to purchase any time soon. Simple answer to that question, Helen, is no.
But Mike, you're up for sale as merch, aren't you?
I'm up for sale.
Yeah.
Well, I can be rented by the hour. Thanks and much love to you all, especially Uncle Buggy. Sorry.
Buggie's got a girlfriend. Buggie's got a girlfriend.
I'm only 60 years old, 3 foot tall.
I think since the restraining order, I'm not sure that Buggy is allowed. Anyway, Helen, we will get some more made. And Helen, I will email you when we have something. Let's have another, might as well, from Shannon. I think we've had an email before from Shannon, haven't we? Shannon?
We could sell them like those Trump sneakers, £450,000 a throw.
Honestly, then one sale would make this entire trudge.
Yeah, I'm not sure it sold for that, did it? It just was advertised at that price.
Well, we could overvalue it and then raise money on the strength of that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear Toppers, this is from Shannon. Episode 188, Let's Get Ready to Rumble. That was like a couple of days ago. I mean, not now, it won't be. Now it'll be a while ago. Anyway, whatever. Getting very lost. It was an absolute delight. I love hearing all of you giggling and enjoying yourselves. However, there are 2 crossed out 3 issues. 1, please don't stop the radiant, sir. Oh, gag. I love saying it along with you. It's like your version of the Rocky Horror participation track. I'm not sure I understand what that is. 2, while I agree with Kiwi Andrew that Mike sounds like John Cleese, Paul sounds more like David Mitchell to me. Well,
I'll take that.
Well, Lucas...
Take that all day long.
Lucas sounds as I imagine J.R.R. Tolkien speaking. Or like Cyril Cusack from 1984. Anyone?
No.
No. In my Canadian ears, you all sound very posh.
We are very
well.
Oh,
we
God.
are posh, I'm afraid.
Don't say that to Socialist
Dan
Aslan.
is the 3rd Earl of Fingering Hole. 3.
You can't say that.
3. I miss Johnny's guttural utterance. Is it dirty?
Yeah, I do too. I like that. It was a shame that was just
it was a code
temporary
thing.
I know.
It was.
But
I can't
know...
say it, can I?
Yeah, you can. Say it. Say it.
Is it dirty? No, I can't. It's
Never
it's a code
disappoints.
word, isn't it? It's,
But I know that I must
Got the
just
bear.
move on. I hope you're all doing well and planning for your pilgrimage to the grand gathering. Oh, he really does listen. Here's to many more pods being cast. Thank you, Shannon. There we go.
Yeah,
Right.
very nice.
Very nice. Those are two nice emails. We've got an email from Andrew, which is,
Not nice, but so we won't.
when we're in a good mood,
Yeah.
we'll open it and we'll slurp it out of Paul's sack.
Oh,
Tonight's beer, by the way, Paul. Oh, it's disappointing. It is from Adnams. It's their Lazy Session IPA.
Oh dear.
I think lazy is meant to conjure the idea of sitting back, looking at the
Relaxed.
sunset. But all it really communicates is we didn't really think about this or really put any effort into making it.
No.
Anyway, recap. You're in a tower at the top of a keep. Does
Yeah.
anybody remember? We haven't played for a while.
Fire giant coming
Reeves.
up the stairs.
Yeah, there was a fire giant's gone past you up the stairs.
yeah.
Let me get
Oh,
onto
yeah,
the map.
because we're on 2 levels, aren't we? Where's the
Yeah, you're split across multiple levels. You've teleported to the roof of a tower. You started working your way down the tower from the roof to the room below. There's a series of step ladders. Not a real ladder, a step ladder. There are a set of ladders that run down. Nobody's left on the roof. Parker, Burple, and Scaly are in a sort of bedroom, living quarters, one floor down. A floor further down than that, in a hallway adorned with a dragon paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it. We've got Sessions, who's floating away, up in the cobwebs,
up
little
in
buddy.
the cobwebs? Out of sight, out of mind.
A giant version of Brendan Gleeson. I'm never going to be able to do the voice again. Anyway, giant Brendan Gleeson, convinced there's something going on, has clambered up through the room that you're in. You're all invisible, of course. We'll come back to him because we rounded stuff off with what he did during the meanwhilest. You think that Buggie is a couple of floors below you because there are giants running around shouting about a small thing. What is it? What is the creature? And then somebody shouting about smoke. It's in the smoke. Let's get it. And as Sessions snuck past giant Brendan Gleeson on the ladder, he sees 2 fire giants heading south in pursuit of what you presume must be Buggie. Last thing that happened, penultimate thing that happened was that giant Brendan Gleeson took a giant horn off his belt and blew it in a kind of alarm attack. The great horn of, what's it called?
Gondor.
Gondor. That seems to have awoken more movement, sound, and general agitation within the body of this keep. And finally, it seems to have attracted the attentions of your favourite thing, the giant green dragon that was flying around and attacking people earlier. We've got one thing to resolve from the end of that turn, which is as the dragon swoops past the tower, buzzes the tower like Maverick, whatever, and issues a chilling screech. Burple, Scaly, and Parker and giant Brendan Gleeson have all got to make saving throws.
What kind of saving throw?
Wisdom saves. DC 19, please. And I'll roll for giant Brendan Gleeson.
Clown.
What kind of thing is it? Because some people might have.
Yeah, it's going to be a fear-based kind
All
of
right,
thing.
anybody within 10 foot of me can't be.
There is
Right.
no one within 10
Yep.
feet of you.
There's no one. Oh, no, maybe at a stretch.
Giant
You're
Brendan.
just managing to help the giant who is perched on the... No.
Well, it's just friendly creatures. Can't be frightened.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Burple.
Oh, well,
Burple needing a 20 gets
I can tell you now that Brendan Gleeson has rolled a 1.
0.
Naught. I think that might be your second naught in a row.
Well, 0.
Wow. What about Scaly?
Scaly doesn't get frightened. Aura of courage.
Oh, okay. And what about
Shall I roll for Parker?
Parker
If-
rolls
if
at
Parker-
+7.
Parker gets a
Ooh.
10. Parker may use his luck. Hang on. He's got luck, hasn't he?
He has luck, I believe.
Where's luck? It'll be under feats, wouldn't it?
Features and traits. 3 times a day, and he's used it once. 3 times a long rest. He's used
I
it
think
once.
we'll use
already.
another one.
Go for it.
Getting...
Oh.
Just rolled off the 18.
Okay. Well, Parker
Should
and Burple.
Yeah.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. If you excuse the image.
I mean, I could use a point of luck, but I could use an Ort dice. It's just like I'm rolling at -1, and I need a 19, so I need a 20.
Oh, I see.
Right,
So yeah, so luck is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah,
whereas-
luck is not
yeah.
going to get me anywhere. But I will use an Ort dice. Rolling first off.
Needing a number that
Yeah.
gets you somewhere
Yeah.
near.
Oh,
okay.
17.
Okay.
And
So that's
then
a 16.
and then I roll a D10.
So you need a 3 or more on a D10. It's just no. It's going to be.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to
It's
be fine.
It's a formality. It's a formality. It's a formality.
It's a formality. Yes.
You're
And
fine.
Parker-
Everybody's fine apart from Parker. Brilliant. This
hang
is
on.
so convenient.
But Parker
Oh.
could use his key point, can't he, to re-roll a save he's proficient in.
Oh, can he? How many key
Can.
points has he got
I don't
left?
I don't think Lucas knows that.
He probably hasn't thought about
Or
it. But
Greg.
I think
How
he's
many key
proficient.
points?
Ever used it? Ever.
Ever. That's yeah. He has 15 a short rest, and he's currently showing 15. Does that mean he's used 15?
I'm
It only
assuming
goes
it means he
negative,
hasn't.
so he hasn't used any.
He hasn't used any. Well, we could do that, but he also has stillness of mind, which would require an action. But stillness of mind, you can use an action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened.
Oh, well, there you are.
It would just be an action. An action or a key point. What do you think, Graham? I think we save the key point.
Okay.
In that case,
Parker is frightened.
no, dies on the spot. No, he is frightened for 1 minute. 1
minute.
minute. Let's cook
1 minute, people.
the beans with the spices and the prawns running through it. Sounds like a wonderful thing.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Who's next in the sequence?
Well, that was the screech of the dragon, the frightful presence of the dragon. As it happens, Giant Brendan Gleeson has had his turn. We'll come back to the effect that has had on Giant Brendan Gleeson in a bit. It's Parker, who's frightened, but can use stillness of mind as an action to free himself of the effect.
Oh, why doesn't he do that?
I think he does that, right? Does he want to move? He's invisible.
Does he want to move?
I think Parker would want to go down.
He almost certainly would, wouldn't he? So he has like 65 move.
He can run down walls and
Yeah.
run down.
He'll
ladders
go
and-
down to the lower level.
Okay, is he going to try and be stealthy?
Yes.
That's going to cost him half of his move unless he wants to roll at disadvantage.
No, he will just move
Whatever
stealthily.
it is, 30 something,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We have to admit that the last thing any of us want is for Parker to have to do an attack. Oh, 6 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
4 points of damage. 1 point of damage.
900 rolls. Nobody knows how it works. You've got to do something to do with flurry of blows, and it's some
He'll
things work with
cautiously
the
move.
quarterstaff or
It's
whatever it
mysterious.
is, and other
Some
things don't.
things work only when you're sitting
He can
on the
make it
ground.
onto the ladder, I'm going to say.
Okay.
So he is above you, Sessions, as you float in the room below, in the hall, really. We'll call it a hall below.
Yeah.
After Parker, on 12, it is Uncle Buggy. Johnny, should we break out into the open? I think everybody knows where you are.
Do they know where I am?
I think they've guessed where you are.
No,
They've heard
should we just do
giants
one
shouting.
more round and then bring covered?
He likes to do the secret
likes
squirrel
loves
stuff,
it.
doesn't he?
He loves
Loves a
the
bit of
broom
secret
cupboard.
squirrel
Cozy.
stuff.
It smells much better than this
Okay.
broom that we're all in.
See you in the broom
See you in the
cupboard.
broom
Yeah.
cupboard.
Right. You're in the smoke.
Yeah, and they were heading towards me, were they?
Yes, you can see them on the map. They are very close. They'll be with you next turn. Whether or not they'll be able to see you is a separate question.
I forgot what I was going to do in the last round.
hmm
Is there there's a door at the far end? Is there?
There's a door to your
bendy
south.
bit.
You can see through the smoke, right?
Yeah.
So
There's a,
you're in a sort of weird diagonal little stub corridor.
yeah.
To your northeast is the door back out onto the rooftop that you've entered from. To your southeast, there's another door. You don't know where that goes. And then there is a very sharp right-hand turn just before that door that leads north. That's where the giants are coming from. It's like you're in the horn bit of a saxophone and the giants are running down the saxophone.
I might move up to the door at the bottom bit of the saxophone.
Yes. Yeah,
And
okay.
try
Move
and
up to
open
it. Let me check for you. I think you can
Didn't
open it.
Check it last time today, just to make sure. I'm doing what
No,
I did
I
last
don't think you did. No. It opens into a tower with a ladder running down one side. You can look up and down. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a drop of about 15 feet to a sort of foul, dung-ridden charnel pit beneath you. There are partially eaten corpses lying on the floor beneath you. It also goes up to a trapdoor which is 15 feet above you.
It's shut, is it? The trapdoor at the top.
Shut, yeah. There's a stone little step protruding from the wall that allows you to step out into this chamber and then reach the ladder.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Open the door.
You open the door.
Interact with an object.
Yeah.
Step in.
Yeah.
Close the door. I'll do it quietly,
Yes.
so they don't know I've gone through the door because of the smoke. They just see the end.
Give me a stealth. Give me a stealth check to make sure that they don't hear that
so
happen.
Stealth is +2 on this
I think
roll.
you're at disadvantage because you're wearing half plate.
Am I? Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's 8. It's not brilliant.
8, and then oh dear.
Okay, I'll make a load of noise.
Just going to make a couple of rolls behind the screen here. Just a second. Let me just see. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they haven't actually. Did they see me?
Okay.
They just heard.
Yeah, they saw
me.
you. Yeah. No, they saw you. You peek round and there's a corridor running up to the north, opens into a hallway. At the top of that hallway, there was a door that was open and some stairs, and 2 fire giant guards saw you and started running south.
It's 55 to the base of the ladder. I can move 100. I suppose I've done an action, haven't I, closing the door?
Yes. You've got the rest of a single move left, and it's half speed up the ladder.
Okay, so I've got. Oh shit. Maybe I'll sneak. Oh no, I already have my action. Okay. Fucking. Can I squeeze behind the ladder?
Yes, give me an Give me an I'm trying to think about what that kind of test
Is
is.
it flush with the wall?
The curvature of the wall, the fact that it's a giant-sized ladder, the fact that you're only 3 foot tall.
I'm going to squeeze behind the ladder.
I think you can clamber round the ladder and hold on to the other side of it.
Yeah,
Yeah?
I'll do that.
Is that you done?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you back in the main room.
Okay.
They just lost to City, so and they've got
Quick
Chelsea.
hide.
So they've
Quick
also
hide.
got horrible fixtures.
They're back.
All right, that's Buggy. On 8, it's Beverly Hubbly Hoo.
Oh, is it?
Shouldn't
Yes.
Buggy now go into the broom cupboard?
Oh,
I might go and make a cup of tea, yeah. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, maybe one when you...
Yeah, okay.
filthy
I'm-
drink, horrible stuff.
Which case, Burple is going to move silently. 1, 2, 3. Can I move past Parker on the stairs? On the whatever that
Well,
is?
it's a giant-sized ladder. I'm going to say yes.
Okay, I'll head down the ladder.
Trying to be quiet? You trying to
Yeah,
be clever?
yeah.
Give me a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Don't pull a burple.
It's a thing now, is it? It's a phrase.
It is a
Burple
thing.
gets 16.
16 is great. You sneak successfully onto the ladder, past Parker. Bear in mind, none of you can see each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to move you onto the lower map since you've gone past Parker. You've climbed down into a hallway. There are dragon heads on the walls and sort of dragon skins. In general, we don't like dragons. We stick them all over the place. Stuff. 2 fire giants are frozen because of the turn-based game we play in the act of running south towards something that they obviously don't like. They look like they're agitated and ready to, get into trouble.
Okay.
That's it. They don't see you, so
So the guy that went up past us,
yeah,
he looks like a special giant. He doesn't look like
he
the other
looks.
giants.
These guys. I mean,
He's a
how you
named
do that?
giant.
Yeah, right. He's a named giant.
Right.
We're never going to find out that name, as we discussed. But these guys are not named giants. These guys are unnamed giants. They're red shirts, and he's
Giant
a
grunts.
yellow
Yeah.
shirt.
Okay. Are they also fire giants?
Yes.
What do fire giants do?
Nothing. Throw big boulders.
Yeah, all giants do that, but what is it the fire giants do?
I don't think any of them have special abilities. They're just stronger and bigger boulders.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay.
they're immune to fire or resistant to fire.
So I'm wondering if a shield spell or something would have
though, could
if-
become visible again.
That's true, but if they're throwing boulders at me, I'm probably visible anyway.
True. But you can do it as a reaction anyhow, can't you?
Yeah.
Top of the next round on 21. It's Scaly.
This is where the clash of metagaming and the turn-based role-playing system comes really to a head, because Scaly wants to go down the ladder, doesn't know that Parker's on the ladder,
Mm-hmm.
and even though Parker would ordinarily have got further than he had if we weren't playing, do you see what I mean? So I can't.
He has no idea where Parker is.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where Burple
So,
is either, who's also on the ladder.
No,
It's a question of...
I'm toying with the idea of going, can I hang drop down without getting on a ladder? But that means I know where, I'm going, well, I know.
Yeah, no, I think that's probably a metagame too far. I think if you want to climb down the ladder, you climb down the
I'm
ladder.
going to climb down the ladder.
Are you trying to do it quietly?
Yes.
Really what I'm trying to establish is how far could you move?
If
And we're just going to need to work out what
If I
happens when
did
you
it-
hit other people.
I did a move, it'd be 80 foot.
Right, so you've got movement to burn.
Yeah.
It's all a question of whether or not you dislodge, cause trouble, or whatever with the others. I think people make a dexterity save in order to avoid you as you clamber past them.
What about me making a dexterity save in order to avoid them? Rather than...
So that is the alternative. Is that, but you can't make dexterity saves. You can't because you don't know where they are.
Okay.
In fact, they don't know where you are either.
Oh.
In fact, thinking about this, there's just no way.
Have we just discussed ourselves out of this?
Yeah, we just discussed ourselves out of this. I think they have to make a strength save to stay on the ladder as your giant scaly form blunders into them.
That's the things. I am a blunderer.
But there's going to be a chance, because the ladder is so wide, that you don't hit one or either of them. We allowed that for Burple somehow. So I'm going to roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, you clamber over Parker. On a 4 to 6, you clamber past him. Getting you clamber over Parker.
Yep.
So Parker has to make a strength save, DC 12, to cling onto the ladder and not be dislodged. I think he makes it an advantage because Parker is basically Spider-Man, as is his player.
Yeah.
Does somebody know what his strength save is?
Yeah, +6. Shall I roll it?
Go for it.
Okie dokie. So
It's a bit of a formality.
he
That's
gets
right. He
15
makes it.
on the first one.
You clamber over Parker.
I'm very sorry.
I don't think you're going to hit Burple because Burple was avoiding Parker, which he couldn't have done. But I mean, we can't unpick all of this stuff. I'm going to move you down a level onto the next map. You can't see anybody apart from 2 fire giants that are running south through this hallway.
Are they making lots of noise?
Loads of noise. They're shouting about something. You can't speak giant.
Brilliant.
But they're shouting about something they're cross.
So in terms of movement, how far...
I'm putting you
down
in the
the
first 5 foot of the room. It's a 15-foot high room.
So that takes me to a total of 50 foot to
Correct.
get down to the floor.
Yes.
Leaving me with 30 foot of movement.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a turn-based thing, I'd be kind of going, I'm going to go behind them. In which case, I'm going to head southwest about 10 foot.
On an interception course.
Well, I'm going to then just stop and wait till they go past so I can follow.
Right, so you're heading out to the hallway.
Yeah.
Did you give me a stealth check?
No.
No.
You didn't ask for one. Do you want one?
Let's have one now, I think. You're at disadvantage, but you think they're going to be at disadvantage on their perception checks because they're shouting and running.
Okay.
So you're going to need to get something truly awful. But let's see what you get.
Oh, well,
'cause
it's
you might get
me.
something truly
It's
awful.
me.
You might pull a Burple. Oh,
No, I got a 15.
Just
15 is
just less
fine.
of that.
So
Disadvantage, you got a 12, didn't you?
Oh, sorry, 12. Sorry, my mistake. I got a 12. You're right,
you got
Graham.
a 12.
You're right.
You think you know someone? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yes, I know.
I mean, I don't know when I first met Paul, but
I remember exactly.
it's like a dagger through the heart.
I remember exactly when
Anyway,
I first met you.
right, rolling for the first fire giant and the second fire giant at disadvantage, getting...
I mean, I didn't do a burple.
You don't know why, but the second fire giant, its head whips round in your direction as you end your move.
Yep.
I mean, you do know why.
Yeah.
Rather 20
Right.
or something. But
I'm invisible, so let's hope it
also on 21, it's the dragon. The
Did
dragon...
these two have to make a save against the dragon?
No, I've ruled that only the people in the level above. So Sessions didn't have to, and therefore they don't have to, and nor did Buggie.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not that Buggie's necessarily there.
No.
But were Buggie to be there.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have to make a save.
Yeah, of course.
You hear a thundering sound on the roof of this tower as something enormous
Lands.
lands.
Oh, good. Brilliant.
And you think it might be giant Brendan Gleeson.
Mm-hmm.
There's a sort of low, terrified wail coming from giant Brendan Gleeson. And a giant green draconic head snakes down through the upper hatchway from the roof into the room below. Parker, Burple, who's also on the ladder, Sessions, who's flying near the top of the ladder. It's regarding you.
Yeah, can see invisible.
But there's also...
I had 10 foot
So what?
movement left. It's 15 foot down the ladder, yeah? I said I was going down the ladder and you said you would put me on another level, but I haven't seen another level, so I didn't really have the opportunity to move anywhere. I said I was moving past Parker down the ladder.
I did move you to the other map. We're all looking at it. Over on your right?
Oh, it's over on this same map, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was looking at the other bit.
So what actually happened was that you got to the bottom of the ladder and you moved into the chamber.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing I should point out is that as this dragon sticks its neck down the hatchway, it's right next to Brendan Gleeson, who seems to just be transfixed.
You would be, wouldn't you?
On 17, it is Sessions Epa. Sessions, you can see 2 fire giants.
Yep. Who are running...
You might have just heard a noise from beneath you in the room.
Perception, is it?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
25.
You did.
Okay. So I've got a sense as to where my buddies are going.
Yeah, you've got an idea that, yeah.
I'm going to fly into the room up near the ceiling, round the corner to the north. Looks like there might be an opening to the left.
There is an opening to the left. There's nothing particularly interesting there, but there's a sort of alcove.
There's a sort of room that they may have come out of. Then I will cross that alcove.
There are doors that lead... There are doors. I think, yeah. Let me just show you
hang
where
on.
the doors
Doors
are.
here. Yes, I can see a door.
You can see them.
Are either of them open?
I'm going to roll a d6. Door 1, 1 to 3, it's open. No. Door 2, 1 to 3, it's open. No. Both doors are closed.
And the door at the top of the sort of passageway that appears to...
That's open.
That's open.
That's open at least to some stairs.
That go up or
that
down?
go down. Stairs that go down and look like they turn to a landing, potentially.
Okay. So I'll fly into that room and have a peer down those stairs.
They turn an angle.
Okay. Anything coming up them?
No, but you can hear thundering footsteps from down there.
Okay.
There may be people that are a distance away from those
Then I'll
stairs.
come back into the room and hide around the corner here.
Okay, also on 17, it is the giants. First of all, going to make a saving throw for giant Brendan Gleeson. He's got a decent wisdom save, getting a 20. Okay, he shakes off this condition of fear, but that is the end of his turn. Sessions, the thundering footsteps from below you get ever closer.
Mm-hmm.
The other giants pile south and sort of seem a bit nonplussed. You notice, Sessions, it's also metagaming because the others don't know this, but whatever. You notice that the corridor ends in a kind of weird cloud of smoke, and this giant disappears inside that cloud of smoke.
Okay.
The other giant takes a weird, very sharp turn, you think, left, and shouts something that you can't understand. I'm going to make a perception check.
Can Parker understand it?
Very possibly. He can decide to break cover if he wants, because on 14 it is Parker. Parker?
Who's
you
controlling
are on
Parker?
the ladder. Do you want me to roll a dice, or do you want to just pick? Why don't you just decide between you? It's
Graham
more
can do it.
efficient.
Okay. I think
Character sheet.
Parker would head down the stairs. That's what we kind of agreed.
Parker knows what these giants are shouting. Does Parker want to share that with anybody
Yes, he
at
does.
the risk of giving away his position?
Well, not at the risk of...
No, I think he wants to, but he's aware of what they're saying.
I'm going to move him over to
The new map?
the new map.
Okay, I guess he's still invisible, so he would...
He comes onto the ladder. He can't see anybody. He can hear a ruckus from his south round to his right, and he can hear the thundering of footsteps from a distance to his north.
Okay, I guess he's going to sneak down the stairs, sneak around the corner. He can hear the giants at this end. He doesn't know where everyone else is, so he's going to tuck himself out of the way for the time being. Like, we'll move him north into that room, and he
away from the noise.
Yeah,
and
he
into
observes the noise, and he's waiting to see where his colleagues are.
On
Perception
12.
check to hear Parker.
Well, can Parker make a stealth check, or is he not trying to be
Oh
quiet?
no, he's trying to be quiet.
Okay, well, let's make a stealth check for Parker.
Does he have stealth?
Now we're making opposed checks against each other. This is terrific.
I think he's 12 plus 10 for
Okay,
his
wow.
invisibility, 22.
Okay.
13, so not enough. Do you hear Parker, though? I mean, I would say you do.
I don't know.
His invisibility doesn't make him any more difficult to hear. You said, can I hear Parker?
Yeah.
Which means you're straining your hearing to try and detect
Yeah,
the
but,
sound of the movement.
from a rules perspective, it says simply your stealth increases by 10. So I don't.
Does it? Or does it say for those with sight as a primary, what's it?
Question.
It's the blinded condition, effectively, isn't it? Or total concealment, or whatever it is.
Invisible has
Invisible-
its own condition.
Invisible creatures are impossible to see.
Creature's location can be detected by any noise.
It doesn't say anything about plus 10 or plus 20 there. Heavily obscured.
Where did we
Is
get
that
that
what we're
from?
looking for? Yeah, where did we get this from? We've been playing this for months. Dan said it like
Heavily
I don't know,
obscured, maybe
2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
Let's have a look
blame
at
me.
you, heavily obscured.
heavily obscured 5e,
It's the blinded condition.
blinded condition.
No, it has nothing to do with perception checks. Now here we go. If it's lightly obscured, you have disadvantage on perception checks that rely on sight. Heavily obscured, obviously you can't see anything that relies on sight. I don't know where we've got this. Where does it come from?
Actually, say
Anyway,
when trying to
let's
see
move on,
something
let's
in
move
the
on.
area, so
That's not whatever. I think it seems reasonable to me that you have beat. Well, first of all, he doesn't get the plus whatever it
yeah,
is.
okay.
You are capable of making a perception check that hears Parker, and you beat his stealth roll.
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you hear Parker,
Okay.
or you hear something.
Yeah.
You don't know that it's Parker.
Okay. Fireball.
On 8, it's Uncle Buggy's round.
Oh god, off into the broom cupboard again.
The boom cupboard. Do you want to go into the broom cupboard,
the boom
Johnny, if
shaka
you're awake?
cupboard.
Johnny?
Sorry, I was having a light doze.
I thought you might have been. Do you want to jump in the broom cupboard and do Buggy's round, or are you happy to join the
Well,
rest of
can
us?
everybody see? I mean, are they on the same map?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, let's forget the broom cupboard then.
What do you want to do? Giant has just thundered into this tower and is standing in the smoke.
And what's he looking up? Is he?
He's looking around. So far, he doesn't seem to have spotted you.
I'll just stay very quiet and still.
He's coughing in. No, he's not coughing in the smoke. He's a fire giant. He loves smoke. He's inhaling it.
Okay.
You're just sitting stock still.
Yep.
Give me a stealth check, not at disadvantage.
+2 on this.
13.
13.
Okay, I'll know that for later. We don't need it now. On 8, it's purple.
Um,
You're in a
Fast
room.
and
There's
efficient.
nobody around you. You
Yeah,
can hear the
money.
sound of giants to
Letting
yourself.
it out.
but I heard Parker head north.
Well,
Yeah.
you heard something head north.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to also head north.
But it's likely to be one of us.
Okay, well, you can see a chamber off to your left with a couple of closed doors.
Is he being stealthy?
I'm always stealthy.
Oh, yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Getting a 13.
Anybody want to make a roll to see if they can hear Purple moving about?
Sessions wants
Yeah.
to listen.
Again, you're not going to know who it is unless you... I know that for
25.
I know those slippers. Well, you hear something. Sessions. Something is padding about. I mean, you're hearing multiple signals.
Yeah.
Scaly
Good.
as well.
Gets a
You can hear
28.
people.
Natural
You can hear
20.
people padding about, but you just don't know who's who and who's where.
Well,
But
natural
Parker has
20.
no idea.
Natural 20 should give me a bit more than just there's a person padding around. It could be that person is a person, not a giant padding around.
Well, I mean, you know that anyway. I'm presuming that you're
Yeah,
listening,
you're
straining your
listening for
senses
the
to hear
invisible
your
colleagues.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what does a natural 20 get me over and above just an ordinary high roll?
You think that footsteps sounded quite cowardly.
Okay. That must be purple. I'll follow that.
You think it sounded like somebody was moving weirdly, as if they were looking upon
Yeah.
themselves from above.
That
It
must
was
be
a
like-
weird
yes.
out-of-body
Definitely
experience.
purple.
Really?
That one.
Counting.
Yeah, and you think,
Really?
who else could that be?
Okay,
I'm not gonna go
fireball
anywhere
where I
near him.
was.
I'm not going to go anywhere near him just in case I catch the condition.
Can
doing
I
a
stop
purple.
concentrating on one person with the invisibility?
We've had this discussion, and I personally encourage it. But unfortunately, my hands are tied by the rules.
Damn it.
And no, you can't. I far prefer to be vindictive.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Top of another round. If that's it from you, Burple, heb. Or do you want to do something?
There's a couple of doors in
Make
there,
us-
right?
Yeah, both closed. A huge 15-foot stone
15
doors.
foot. Okay, I'll move up and listen at that one.
Gonna
Listen
to
is
your
an
perception
action,
check.
right? Is it?
I don't know. Give me a perception check.
Getting 15.
Ooh.
You have to wait for the DM to look something up.
Okay.
You think that you're putting your ear up against a door that leads to the outside.
Right.
Oh, it's those doors.
You can't hear the sound of anything specific moving around on the other side of them or anything.
Okay.
On 21, it's a Scalio tool.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Can I head north?
You just get the sense that there are invisible people running around.
Yes. Yeah.
Other than that,
No idea.
all you can hear are giants
but-
shouting at each
But
other.
the majority of the giants I can hear are to the south.
You can only hear giants shouting at each other to your south.
And I'm assuming that the shuffling I've heard is my friends in this adventure to the north. So I'm going to go and be with my friends to the north. So I'm going to
Okay.
take a wander up, ignoring the room to the left. I'm going to keep heading north.
There's a smaller chamber with a staircase going down in the corner of it. You can hear the thundering of giant footsteps from that direction.
Okay. Now, I'm looking at the staircase in front of me, which is going down, I take it.
Yes.
Is it going down?
Yes.
If I was to keep heading north into where the staircase is going down, would I fall or would I hit a staircase?
You think it turns a corner to a landing and heads down?
Is the staircase going... do you know what I'm saying?
Should we just break the fourth wall briefly here?
Yeah.
The map is not helpful.
No.
This poor person, the amazing person that has put this map together, all they have done is faithfully reproduce the strange, what's it called?
Map?
Icosahedral. Isometric map.
Yeah.
That is all you get given. And the stairs on the isometric map don't match.
Right.
As a result, some logical somersaults must be done.
Okay.
Those stairs go down, and the only way it possibly makes sense how they connect up is if there is some kind of weird interstitial landing on another plane that then connects to some stairs going left at the bottom of the stairs that you are looking at.
Well, I've just moved, so I can't go any further anyway.
So you can hear some thumpy.
I'm about.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dragon is going to jump on Reddit and look up the rules around its dragon breath and spreading round corners. After about an hour and a half, it reaches no conclusion, and it's either going to move on or it's going to attack. I think it's going to attack Giant Brendan Gleeson. That's what it's going to do. You hear thumping from above you. Monsters fighting each other is never exciting. Oh, bloody hell. Okay.
That's going to hurt.
And it attacks. And it attacks, there's a miss, and then it's going to save that for one of its actions. Okay, on 17, up in the cobwebs, little buddy, it is Sessions.
Still no obvious action at the bottom. Doors are still all shut. Shouty sounds from downstairs.
Well, there's smoke. That giant disappeared into some smoke.
I'm going to hover into the room, the squarish room with the two doors, and go for the door that's directly opposite the way in.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
That's 22.
It's like pressing your ear up against an external wall. So you can hear the sound of the outside. I don't know what the outside sounds like, but you can hear the sound of the outside.
Traffic.
Traffic.
Horns
Dragon
beeping,
beating
birds,
its wings, cackling
birds
away.
singing.
Okay. And then I'll sort of stop there, I guess.
On 17, it's giants.
Well, maybe I'll
Right,
float
I
back
know.
up to the ceiling, Mike. Just, from
Okay,
the dessert trolley.
On the dessert trolley. Rolling for this. Knowing that it needs a particular number again. Ooh. Do you want to jump in the broom cupboard, Uncle Buggy? Or do you want me to play this out?
No,
as
nobody
things
can
are?
see me, so let's jump into the room cupboard.
See you in there. Right. This giant has rolled high on a perception check. Really high. 21.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's fumbling about in the smoke. It can't see a thing. I think it steps onto the ladder and it puts its hand out and it starts reaching around to see if it can find anything. And its hand alights upon you.
Sure, okay.
It shouts something in giantish, you don't know what. It can't see you. You're on the wrong side of the ladder. It doesn't know it, right? It's trying to work out how to attack the thing it thinks it's found. But it literally can't get at you because you're on the wrong side of the ladder. Do you see what I mean?
Depends if he wants to smash up the ladder, get to me.
I don't.
He's a grumpy old fire giant. He might do that.
Well, okay, I'll tell you what. 1 to 3, it throws caution to the wind, and it just starts smashing at the ladder, trying to get at you. 4 to 6, it tries to get at you by getting the axe round the back and grabbing onto the ladder and holding onto it.
We could give it cover, like +5 on my armor
Well,
class.
we're going to see. It tries for the second one. Give yourself 4 points of cover, and it's attacking at disadvantage. What's your armor class?
23.
I think it's going to struggle to hit you anyway, but, well, that's a 3. Doesn't matter, I don't need to make the second roll. It can't get at you, but it definitely knows you're there, and it's shouting, and the other giant stomps down into the doorway. It can't see through the smoke, so it doesn't really know what it's dealing with, and it's queuing up behind its fellow.
Yeah.
You don't know how long you've got before they, I don't know, start pulling the ladder off the wall or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the other room.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are heavily magic using monsters, and therefore that's when they become complicated. And if they don't have that, we were just talking about 5e versus Pathfinder and
Or the 3.5 type games.
yeah.
A lot of the big creatures in this are based around the idea that they can do all sorts of clever, cool stuff.
I think what we were saying is basically 5e has successfully simplified the higher level and extended the game's sweet spot quite successfully, but it's oversimplified some of the combat, and Pathfinder has that nice kind of mobile flow to a combat. Graham was suggesting that with the high level monsters you could simplify them. So instead of playing them as written,
Pathfinder 2 does simplify them.
Does it?
I don't think it's simple, not like 5e simple, but they've decoupled the whole rule structure monster thing. That was the issue with Pathfinder.
Yeah, where the
originally,
monsters were built
3.5.
like characters.
Right,
Yeah.
so everything had like a million feats and all of that stuff. I think they just kind of say, look, it can do this and it can do that and it can do that, and don't worry about it. A bit more like 5e. I don't know to what extent, but I think they do a bit of that. Anyway, on 17, there's been some shouting to your south, and there's the sound of banging and general discomfort. To your north, round the corner, there is something enormous running up the stairs.
Yep.
A fire giant shaped enormous thing.
Yeah.
On 14, it's Parker.
I think Parker would. Now we've established that the does
Parker should roll a perception check.
Parkalicious Oh god,
I'm
he's
just gonna-
useless. He lit
Well,
+2. So he gets a
literally-
4.
okay, so he's. But I think no, but this is fine. That clarifies. He's straining his senses to try and work out where his friends are, and he just has got absolutely no clue. All he can hear is the sound of thundering giant things.
I reckon he might want to start to head south. He'd want to be where the action is.
There's action north and south, isn't there? Oh, but he can
Okay.
understand the giants, can't he?
He can. Who wants to jump into the broom cupboard?
Who wants to control Parker this round?
Paul had an opinion.
Paul,
so let
jump
Paul
into
go.
the broom cupboard. You're going to control Parker this round.
All right.
See, in the broom cupboard, oddly, I don't think we need the broom cupboard because
No.
I think we're at the point where everybody knows what's going on. But the giants to the south are shouting, "It's in here! It's on the ladder!"
Okay.
And the giants to the north are just running up the stairs. I'll see you back in the main room.
All right.
We really didn't need to do that, but anyway.
We did it. We did it. My God,
Excellent.
it was exciting. It was amazing.
Was it?
Fast
Right,
and
it
efficient.
What does Parker want to do, bearing in mind that?
I think. But
Parker could whisper to his friends, by the way. There's an awful lot of noise going on.
yeah, I think Parker's going to just gently whisper to the room. They're shouting. They're shouting that he's there. He's there. He's on the ladder. So possibly that's Buggie. And I think Parker is more likely to want to watch a resolution of some stuff rather than go diving in. He'll probably want to get closer, but hold back from putting himself
So
in.
he's heading south?
Yeah, gently heading south, but not absolutely throwing himself into it.
Okay, move the mini.
Okay. Anybody, step in. I'm going to put him back near the ladder. But
The
up,
ladder.
But up against
Sure.
the wall. Oh, yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it's true.
It's up to you.
Actually, know what he's going to do? He's going to go to that kind of intersectional point.
Intersexual point.
Intersexual point.
Interesting.
Intersection
Oh,
point.
I
Family
see.
show, please.
Okay.
Family show.
All right.
Intersection point in the corridor where
Yeah.
the
He's
north-south
basically
corridor
just
is gonna-
taking a 5-foot step and flattening himself against the wall.
yeah, because he hears something coming
Yeah.
from north.
On 12, it's Uncle Buggy.
Right, I'm going to move.
Oh,
I think you should demand
Yes.
to go into the broom cupboard, Johnny.
please don't.
No, because you'll probably see. Well, actually, wait.
Parker has whispered. I think we can establish that Parker thinks that giants are saying we found it.
I think we should play this through as accurately as possible because it's much more fun.
I've been trying to break out of that for ages. But Johnny keeps saying broom cupboard. Johnny, come on.
Well, shall I do the broom cupboard then?
No, I really don't really see the point.
Okay.
Parker has just whispered to everybody that
All
he
right.
can hear giants saying, we found it, we found
All right,
it.
I'm moving to the north side of the giants. I'm small, so I can move through them.
Yeah,
You only get an attack
You're trying to do it-
opportunity of things that you can see.
that's right.
So I'm going to
But they
the.
might detect you, so give me a stealth check.
I'm not moving quietly or anything. I'm just running.
Yeah, okay, well, in that case, I'm just going to give a straight perception check. First giant gets a
Oh, sorry.
9.
Before.
No,
I was going to rage before I did that. Sorry.
fine. First one gets enough, second one gets enough. Okay, they don't know what they're dealing with, but they definitely detect you sneaking through them and out into the corridor and turn with that in mind. They start changing their body position.
Okay.
Now what do you want to do?
Right. I would bash bash the one in front of me.
Yeah.
The second one that came in was trying to get into the waiting to get in.
Yep, the queuing one.
First attack.
At last.
I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
It's a bit reckless.
31. Is that a hit?
No, it's not a hit. No. And the second
First attack does the following damage.
Oh, I see.
16 points of damage.
Yep. Nice and simple attack. This, Johnny, at last, is the combat you have wanted.
It is.
For so long.
And I'm going to bash the other one again, attacking recklessly.
Yeah.
First one's a 24. Not critical.
Yeah, still a hit.
It's 16.
It's a 32 in total. It shouts something rude and giantish about its ankle.
Then I might keep moving.
What does
So
Parker
that's
hear it
5,
say?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35,
Let's go to the
40,
broom cupboard.
45,
Yeah.
50.
Parker hears, ow, my fucking ankle, in giantish. Very loud.
Okay, and I'm running up to the other end of the corridor.
Okay.
Do giants speak common?
Do giants speak common? Only if they were
Dunno.
very good at school.
I have a charm that might work.
You're not going to be singing, are you?
I will if you don't shut up.
It's purple on briefly on the dessert trolley, the DM dessert trolley. When the giants were running about and attacking and doing stuff, you heard an exchange of blows from the top of the tower. There's clearly a full-on
Battle between the giant and the
giant and the dragon.
Yeah.
Precisely.
I want to use my knowledge to work out or to try and remember, do giants speak common?
Give me an intelligence check.
Really?
I think
We're
that's
all a bit dim in this party.
Ooh. Hello.
14.
the simple answer is rules as written.
Yeah.
No. It seems to be totally illogical that they wouldn't.
Okay. No, not
It
necessarily.
would be logical that certainly some giants would be able to speak some common. You don't know if it's a universal attribute.
Yeah. Okay, in which case I am going to move south out of that room,
Mhm.
out into the main corridor, where I can see the giant coming up the stairs.
Yes, you can see its head and shoulders
And
because it's just on its way to the shower.
I am going to cast a spell at it.
Terrible.
Which is probably a really stupid thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm fed up of not getting my spell working. So I'm going to cast Dominate Monster.
Not a concentration spell, of course, is it?
It is a concentration spell, and it's a spell anyway, but yeah, it's a concentration spell.
Uh-oh.
So
Who comes visible at this point? You certainly
everyone,
do.
because I'm not. It's a concentration spell.
Ah, okay.
And can I have a Wisdom save DC 17?
Well, this is a turning point, I think.
Yep.
Everybody's suddenly become visible. Well, if you can dominate
Buggy's
this
visible anyway.
thing, who knows what you might be able to do in this keep? Because if you can get a giant on your side, everything could turn
Oh,
one
I'm
way or the other. So
sensing
it's a big saving
but
throw.
we'll find out next week.
I'm not going to make that saving throw now. No. We're going to find out if this giant makes it save, and you're all visible.
Right off.
Things could be
Nasty, yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
We'll find out
Throwing
which way
caution
the
to the
finger
wind.
of fate will point when we pick things up next week.
Nice one.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Honestly.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Kings of the Rift and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. Kings of the Rift was written by Greg A. Vaughan. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening.
Are you looking for an actual play podcast with young, hot role players, disciplined professional voice actors, and wholesome content? Well, this isn't that podcast. AARPG is an adults-only podcast with interviews, actual play stories where...
Excuse me, Matt, why do you sound like you've been chain smoking since you were a toddler?
What do you mean?
The voice. You don't have to do that voice, man.
I don't?
Nah, just tell them that we're a group of old friends who like to get together, hang out, play lots of different types of games, and we want them to feel like they're sitting at the table with us. And they can find us just by searching for the AARPG podcast on their favorite podcatcher and at the AARPGs on YouTube.